The second arrow. Hello, friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. If you haven't hit that subscription bell yet, please do so. Hit that like, and let's get into today's video, which is about the second arrow. I want to talk about those 2 seconds right before you say the thing that you cannot take back. You know that moment where someone cuts you off, somebody talks down to you, somebody grabs your arm without even asking? Because they decided they needed help, and something rises like heat in the chest, jaws tightening, ascendancy already forming. That is going to land a fist. That rising thing has a name. Buddhist psychology calls it Dosa. Aversion, the mind shoving away what it doesn't want. And here's the part that changes it for me. It is not a character flaw. It's a mechanism. It shows up in everybody. In the monk on the cushion, and in the guy screaming in traffic. The difference is not who feels it. The difference is what happens next. There's an old teaching about 2 arrows. The first arrow is what actually happened. The rudeness, the disrespect, the pain. You didn't choose that one, and you cannot dodge it. The second arrow is the one that you fire into yourself, the replay, the story you built about what they meant. The speech that you rehearse at 2 a.m, most are suffering. It's not the first arrow. It's the 100 that we shoot after that initial play. So here's the practice to catch it early. Before the story, before the words, there's just a feeling. Unpleasant, physical, heat, tightness, a drop in the stomach. That's the doorway. Name it while it's small. Say it to yourself, plainly. There's anger here, not I am angry. There's anger here. Because the second you can watch it, you are not being driven by it. Then ask one question. What is this defending? Aggression is almost always a bodyguard. It's protecting a version of you that just felt threatened. Your competence, your dignity, your right to be in the room. And those are worth defending. But look at the weapon that you picked up. Holding on to anger is like picking up a hot coal to throw at somebody else. You are the one that's getting burned the whole time that you hold that. The oldest line in this tradition says it plainly. Hatred does not end through hatred. It ends in something else entirely. Now, hear me clearly, because this is where people often will get it wrong. Non-aggression is not being a doormat. It is not swallowing it. You can still say no. You can still say, that was out of line. You can still walk away. You can still hold a boundary like a steel beam. The difference is you are not trying to make them hurt. You are just refusing to hand them the rest of your day. Compassion here is not soft. Karuna is the wish that suffering ease. And it does not require that the other person deserves it. The one who snapped on you, well, they're probably carrying something. You don't have to know what, you just have to remember. They are also trying not to suffer. And doing it badly, same as you and I. On your worst day. And here's the mercy built into all of this. Anger has a half-life. If you don't feed it, it burns out. Most of the fires that we carry for days, they would have gone out in 90 seconds if we stopped throwing paper onto them. So today, one thing when the heat comes, find a gap, one breath, Just one. Feel your feet. Feel the air. Let the first arrow land and let it be. The only one. You will blow this. I blow it. You will snap at somebody that you love, and you'll hear yourself doing it. Halfway through the sentence, that's not the end of the practice. That is the practice. You notice, you come back, you start again, the way everybody else does. Whoever got good at doing anything, start it again. Every time that you don't pass that anger on, it stops with you. That's not nothing. That's somebody breaking a chain that may have run a long way past you. Be the place where it stops. Stay groovy. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this teaching and this walkthrough of Buddhist psychology, go ahead and hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next video. Take good care. Always remember that you are loved.